Okay, guys, so this is episode 2 on dogs.
You've gone a bit woo-woo here.
No, I haven't. Dogs may be reading your mind.
If your pet could talk for one day.
She does, yeah. What, do you want to know what she says?
Yeah.
There were 2 left, and so I got her for half price.
Why did you get her for half price? Because no one wanted her.
Yeah.
You're quite a sweet, nice person then. You've got this really growly dog.
You've made it sound like I'm an absolute monster in this episode.
Look at her. I mean, she is just a snuggle bump.
She's my best friend.
Welcome back to episode 2 of series 2 of Everyone Loves My Mother.
Could we even call it season 2? Like we were,
Yeah. What, like we were...
TV show.
Yeah. 2 of 2. For anyone who isn't my grandmother watching or listening, hi, thank you. I can't believe you're still here.
You're Alice.
I'm Alice. This is my mum, Serena. She very much loves any positivity you send her about how great she is, so do keep on sending them. It's probably prolonging her life.
The podcast is called
Everyone Loves My Mother, and it is all about you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, today it's not.
Today it's not. Today we're going to talk about...
Today you have 2 guests.
We do star guests.
Yeah. And I really hope your guest shows her true colours.
I know you do. That's why you got me to bring her, because you want her to misbehave.
Explain who you brought.
Dorothy, my 4-legged 5th child.
I'm surprised a whole episode could be about pets. But
I'm
actually,
riveted.
It's not about pets at all. It's about dogs.
Oh, dogs.
Well, we might veer into some other 4-legged friends, like on my 5 alpacas. We are going to talk to you about pets, dogs, how much we love them. We've brought 2 special guests. This is my little Betsy.
And hold on 1 second.
Oh, she's just a bit fat.
She's not fat. She's not. She's absolutely.
That is Dorothy.
This is Dorothy.
The most growling dog. If any of my children...
She's beautifully behaved.
Yeah. Actually, we should get Margot to walk in the room and you could see how much she growls.
She doesn't growl. She's not a growler.
But I was surprised because before I had...
Yes, you were.
Betsy, actually, I didn't realise it. I think that the reason one loves their dog so much is quite simply when you stop having kids.
Yeah, when they're not babies.
When they're not babies.
Exactly. And your mothering instinct takes over. And if you've been, I think, well, for me, I loved being a mother to the young children. And therefore, I think you extend that to a dog, that love to a dog.
Yeah. So what are you wearing?
I'm wearing Dorothy. And I'll tell you what Dorothy's wearing, actually. She's wearing a cashmere sweater. I'm not sure where it's from. Anyway, I can put that in the show notes. Her collar is from Dogs and Horses. I suggested it to you. That's why Betsy's got it.
It's all
love the brand, and I love the pink. Her bow, I just felt she needed a bit. You have a bow for her, so I thought Dorothy could wear a bit of ribbon. And I'm wearing frame jeans, no surprise, M&M shirt, and Charlotte Olympia, your friend, shoes.
Amazing. Well, when I got Betsy 6 months ago, I started dressing like her because luckily it was the fall and it was dark.
Yeah, I mean, you match.
So these are one of my Betsy jeans that I literally, and they are from Shaft, and they're one of my favourite jeans ever. They're almost getting a bit faded. Still in my Paris, Texas boots. I am wearing a Maria Del Orde
Love that.
shirt.
Love that.
And I love a matching colour situation. And I've got all my... I think most of my necklaces on.
Oh, what's that? And that's a new one, isn't it?
That's a new one. This is a Catherine Saunders special. Look inside, it says BNFM.
Beautiful. I love that.
Yeah. I always need to get a little photo for Gotham 2 years
Probably
later.
of Betsy.
No, I'll put my children in this.
To be tiny. I like the colour Betsy's wearing.
I know. I don't even know where this is from. Clementine.
Yeah, Clementine dogs. Did I give you that?
I don't know.
Yeah, I must have done. Clementine dogs.
So she's just wearing the same collar.
I do think that what you should do is show your dogs up to the camera so that, people can see what the dogs look like.
Okay, so this is Betsy. She's going to take her jumper off in a
I think
minute.
you should take the clothes off so people can see what they actually look like.
No, they're all
She's so
snuggly. I'll take it off later.
We'll take it off.
She's
They're
loving-
having a good snuggle.
Don't growl. She's considering it.
She's considering growling.
No,
So
she
we're
wants-
going to
she's
start.
tired.
We want to know. Okay, so Mum, saying that Dorothy is your 5th child is a bit wrong because how many dogs have you had?
I have had a lot of dogs.
How many?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. But they've
Like
all been very
15?
important. No. But they've all been very important to me, and I've loved them all.
So you at the moment, how many dogs do you have at home?
3. George has a dog called Iris that is a beagle and a cavalier, who is a beautiful, beautiful dog and a very special dog.
And George is your...
And George is even more special. He's my son. And then we have an older dog called Tiger,
Yes.
who is a
Puggle,
who is a bit older, who is also lovely.
And you have
And we have Dorothy.
Dorothy.
Now, this is interesting because people say, oh, wouldn't you want more than one dog? yourself personally. And you're tempted. I go and I see a friend of mine, Davina, has got the most gorgeous long-haired miniature dachshund, gold. And God, I'd love one like that as well. But actually, I think you can. I feel it would be difficult to have a relationship with more than one, close relationship. With
I would agree with that, but I think that
But I'm
just
gonna
like
disagree.
I'm a baby pusher, you are a dog pusher.
Yeah, for someone else.
So
but
I think it's because you like so want a new dog yourself. You have
No.
pushed so many people to buy dogs.
Well, no, I just think they give great joy.
And Mum, I have 2 dogs at home, Edie and Betsy. And I also have 5 alpacas.
Yeah, I'm not interested in them.
Okay, that's nice. And I love them very much. And
Do
they
you? I
bring
know.
me so much joy.
I just really struggle to believe that. Because they just run around that field. What do they do?
So
They
when
don't
you have
come
to
and watch-
drive up and down my drive every day, you could either look at a field of like normal sheep or the sweetest, basically large poodles.
Well, on dogs, can I ask you guys? Big dogs versus small dogs?
It's a personality thing.
Because you guys, my observation is you both like small lap
Well,
dogs.
at this age, I do. I think Labradors are fantastic dogs. I think they're very human.
Yeah, they're very affectionate.
And
We
they're
had a Labrador.
They're very affectionate. I love Labradors. But at my age and stage, I love Dorothy. I can pick her up. I take her to the hairdresser.
I think that big dogs are visually very impressive. And I love that about them and the grace that they bring, particularly to a home, actually. Like I love a standard poodle. I love a husky. But 90% of the joy I find from a dog is the physicality of it. So even when I get into bed and she doesn't sit kind of on me, I'm like, a big dog you just can't do that with.
No, you can't. You can't.
So I'm afraid, I take her on the school run, obviously in her car seat, maybe not, take her everywhere, and you can, whereas if you have this giant dog, it's
You
much
can't,
harder.
yeah.
But it's horses for courses. And
Dogs
what
for
dogs
dogs.
did you have, Tom?
My parents had a bull terrier, a Dalmatian, a Labrador, and a greyhound.
We had a bull terrier.
No.
My grandma did, called Dido.
Oh,
It was quite
Our
scary.
bull terrier was called Boris, but we had to give him away because he was a bit aggressive.
Yeah, that's same as ours.
And then my parents did have a whippet later on, but they had to give him away because he kept killing sheep, and he even took carp fish out of the lake at home. You've got to be quite an impressive dog to like dive in like like an eagle and get a
impressive.
fish.
Yeah.
Did you explain what breed both of your dogs are, by the way? Maybe you did.
I did not. I will explain that Betsy.
Oh, yes,
say
quite
hi,
interesting.
hi. Betsy is. Look at her. I mean, she is just a snuggle bum. She is a toy poodle. So just so you know, because people get confused, it is standard, which I love the look of. Miniature, which
Funny.
is interesting, is bigger than toy, and miniature are more like between 4 to 8 kilos. And then there's toy, which is Betsy, which is between like 2 to 4 kilos. She's 2.2. But there is a teacup poodle, which she's not under 2 kilos.
A teacup?
Stop. But that's actually not a real breed. But you can get a teacup by doing what I did, is we bred her with an Asian toy. And an Asian toy was her father, and they are much, much smaller. So that's why
Because her mother was so
stayed quite
small,
Yeah.
she couldn't carry a regular toy.
This is the sweetest story. Yes,
Yeah,
you're right. So the
poodle.
mother had to have artificial insemination because if she bred with a regular toy, the puppies were too big for her.
Yeah.
And it made her quite ill the first time. The mother was called Maggie. She was so sweet. And that is why Betsy is quite a small dog. And I couldn't recommend an Asian toy.
Yeah,
Or an Asian toy.
they're very
across the board.
clever.
They are clever.
Loyal. They don't shed.
They don't. She's hypoallergenic. She hasn't yapped unless Dorothy's around.
What does hypoallergenic mean?
It means that they don't shed any hair.
So if you have allergies, then poodles are very good dogs.
And she's very good with children. But Mum, what I'm quite interested about in how you bring up your dogs or look after them is you treat them completely like humans, even in what they eat and drink. So,
Well,
no,
yeah.
I'm talking. So last night, I was sitting in between you and Tom while you were glugging your
We
wine.
were doing market research for your party.
And
Yes,
Mum
exactly.
got her finger and she put it in her
No,
wine.
Alice, this is
No.
ridiculous.
Well, it's nevertheless true, though.
It's true. She got her finger dipped it in her wine, which in itself was a little bit uncouth, and then fed it
I
to
just wanted
Dorothy.
to see what she'd think.
Mum fed the dog alcohol.
I didn't, darling.
But why lie?
I didn't. I did. It just a tiny. It was like. My finger wasn't even wet.
She licked it. And I
Listen.
wouldn't suggest that's a good idea.
No. Now, here are some facts, Alice. I bet you didn't know. Dogs' brains are wired like ours. Did you know that? Did anyone in this room know that? In many ways, look and function just like human brains. They share many of the same basic structures, including the brain region associated with positive emotions.
You're so right, Serena. And actually, because you and a Dachshund are quite similar.
Yeah, well, I don't...
Because,
that's
you know,
great.
famously, a Dachshund have the little white marks above their eyes, and you have your tattooed eyebrows.
Well,
So in a way, that's quite similar. And do you know why the Dachshund has the white marks above the eyes?
no.
So, but Dachshund in German means Dachs is a badger.
They're badger hunters.
Badger hound. The badger goes for the eyes, but it thinks it's the white marks above the eye. It's not. It's the Dachshund is tricking the badger, and then the Dachshund attacks.
My Dachshund doesn't
And in a way,
do that.
you're like that, because
No.
you do attack if people
No.
go for your eyebrows.
Listen to this. No, they don't. My eyebrows are a whole different episode. So did you know this, Alice? Your dog carries you with them even when you're gone. Smelling a gauze pad with a familiar human's scent triggered the same caudate brain activity, suggesting dogs develop positive associations with humans they live with that can be triggered by both smell and sight, and persist even when the person isn't physically present. Do you need to know anything else about dogs? We can finish the podcast.
I mean, I think we've lost everyone now.
No,
but
you haven't. Well, they should have been listening. It's so interesting.
It is so interesting, that, Mum.
So where you say
Why
it
aren't
just
you
makes-
interested?
Well, because I think you've gone a bit woo-woo here.
No, I haven't. Dogs may be reading your mind.
Well, no,
That's another bit. This is from Oprah Winfrey.
Okay.
So, Serena, if dogs were reading your mind, what would they?
Yeah.
What would they understand?
What would they be thinking?
What would they be reading?
What
They'd
would
run
they be
for the
reading?
hills.
What would they be reading?
They'd
They'd
be like,
run to the hills.
You'd be going like, take me on holiday.
Yeah, take me on holiday. No, I don't like going on holiday. Do you know, this is an interesting fact. I really don't like leaving Dorothy.
That's why you're not going to keep your silver
Pretty
card.
sure we should go back to that one.
Because you're not going to go on holiday.
I know.
Well, I
it's
think
true.
we have. It is that time in every episode where we have got to moment or meltdown of the week.
Well,
One moment, Paula.
I've had a really bad moment of my week.
Oh, yes.
It is really bad.
What?
My mother has 2 new shoulders, as we all know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was told, actually, very interestingly, by someone in Newport, Rhode Island. And she said, if your mother's already had 2 fake shoulders put in at quite a young age, you should go and have something called...
65.
Yeah, but Mum, your parts are for 70-year-olds. The problem is I think you're so out of it, you don't remember these quite big points about your health. And she actually said to me, goodness, I don't know what your dad's like, but you should go and have something called a Dexa Scan.
Yep.
And so it took us a bit of time, but I said, Mum, most importantly, you need to have a Dexa scan to see what other parts of you are falling out or whatever, going to need to be replaced. And so we both went. And to cut a long story short, Mum was thrilled.
I wasn't
So
thrilled.
why
It's
you-
just that you never normally fail at anything. And when your results came below the bottom line, I found it amusing. I didn't find it amusing that you weren't well, but I was like, wow.
You just couldn't stop laughing. The man in the room was like, sorry, so
you
is she
found
your
out-
mother?
you
I said,
found-
no, exactly. This is how I've grown up.
You find out that
Literally how
Alice
I've-
is unwell.
I've got
She's
something
not
called
unwell.
And you are delighted.
osteopenia,
Yeah.
which is the precursor to osteoporosis. I'm -2, you're -3. I'm 40, you're 65. So I've got a problem. I've got bones that are breakable. And so that was really, I don't know what was worse, my own mother laughing that I had failed the health test.
I was so upset. It was a way of showing emotion.
Yeah,
You're fragile.
I am a bit fragile.
I mean,
They
is it
said I
wrong-
should not ski.
Is it wrong to say you're fragile?
I'm not fragile emotionally, but my
Well, no, I'm
bones
just-
might
you
be
feel like
brittle.
you're
You're
gonna
quite
smash into a
slim. I
minute.
think you could look like you snap into me.
Jesus.
Not in 2, into like 200.
Anyway, so guys, I'm on a mission
Yeah.
to try and better my bone health.
And how are you
don't tell
gonna
me
do
to
that?
exercise because there's a myriad of reasons I'm not going to go into now that I'm not going to exercise.
Mm-hmm,
But there's something called an osteo boost belt I've looked into. I've started taking vitamin D,
Wearing a belt is not going to help your
cod
bones.
liver oil,
Fish oils.
and
vitamin,
calcium.
vitamin D with K.
This is what I keep on being told.
I
So
know.
what do you do? Take K separately?
A good vitamin D. If you go, I'll show you.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing to try and not make it worse. But to cut a long story short, that was, I haven't really failed a health test before.
I know you've not failed anything before. Your driving test once.
I did twice, actually. I've had
twice.
lots of
That was
things, Mum.
terrible.
I
No,
always
you
fail.
haven't. You haven't. You actually
I didn't get
haven't.
into the Royal Ballet School. I'm
Okay.
not very sporty. A million things
But
I've
Serena,
failed.
when you do find, I know that obviously life is really for you about
Yeah.
dogs, but when you
Yeah.
find out that one of your children or grandchildren is actually incredibly ill, then don't just laugh.
Yeah, I mean, I am going to say this because I think I'm painted as the mean one. But this morning,
I'm not mean.
shush. No, I'm painted as the mean one. But this morning, her laughing about my bone density scan reminded me of my probably 32nd birthday. And I was at Mum's old house called Appleshaw. And my very hunky obstetrician, OBGYN.
Oh, Mr. Yep.
Sorry, I hope
Won't use
he's
his
not
name.
listening. Oh,
He won't be
God,
listening.
take that out. Take the hunky bit out.
No.
Oh, Jesus, he's never going to see me again. Anyway, messaged me and he said, I'm really sorry to message this to you on your birthday, but your smear test came back and you've got a borderline cancerous cell. And I went to my mum and I was like, oh my goodness.
Was she in stitches?
My mum went, cancer wouldn't mess with you. I mean,
It's not brave enough.
I mean,
Not strong enough.
like, how is that a normal...
But people do get
Nancy-
cancer. I mean, it's awful to say, but they do.
Yeah. So, Mum, I think you could be a little bit nice when
I
it
am
comes to my
nice this-
health.
I
Because
am-
you know what? If something happened to me tomorrow, you would miss me a little bit.
It has
I would.
already. She's got serious bone problems.
Yeah. So
I know.
Serena, you have never
I
seemed
know.
so jolly since you found out that Alice is ill.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't that she was
You're not
ill.
in my
It
will.
was just you're silly. It was just that, to see always, everything was always at the top grade, top 100%, top 90, and then she was all the way at the bottom. It was just unusual to see.
Yeah, it was even more unusual for that poor man giving the results,
he was
who just had never seen a mother laugh at like such awful results.
No, I was just-
I'm really sorry, Alice. You've got osteopenia.
I know.
Oh,
I'm terribly. I'm worried sick.
Okay.
I'm worried sick.
So that was my meltdown of the week. What
Right.
was your meltdown?
I had my daughter's mother-in-law to be a lovely lady called Rebecca.
It'd be rude to say that
Wait,
was your meltdown.
that's terribly rude to say.
That's-
That was your
that's
meltdown
rude.
of week. You're saying having had to stay was your meltdown.
No, she was coming to stay, and
Serena.
my husband, present husband, second husband, Michael, had rescued 6 ducklings from the lake because this heron there'd been many, many more, and it got down to 6. You're like, I can't lose any more ducklings. So he's brought them into the house, and he'd put them in the guest bathroom.
Because
And
he's a
they-
famous animal sort of
He's an
rescuer and
animal
lover.
rescuer. And literally, they were in the bath, swimming around. I couldn't even go into the bathroom. It was like a zoo in there.
Hmm.
And it was so the day she was arriving, they were still in there. And I had a bit of a meltdown. I said, he'd better get them out
So there were
right
ducklings swimming in your bath.
now. In the guest bath,
Yeah.
where
I
Rebecca
mean,
was
it's
about
kind
to
of
go.
magical.
Not for Rebecca.
Yeah, it's kind of David Attenborough.
But we had anyway. My lovely fairy early morning helper had to sanitize the area, shall we say?
Oh, God.
So that was my meltdown.
And what was your moment?
Realizing my Botox was working.
Yeah, again, I just hope you're all seeing the real
No, because
Serena.
I've had actually, we could talk about this, or maybe we have talked. I can't remember anything we've talked about.
We've talked about it. But you sometimes get the wonky eyebrow.
I can get the
Oh,
wonky
we're going
eyebrow.
to do a lot more
It
beauty
can- yeah.
episodes, don't you worry.
But I went to see your friend Georgie Williams at the Montrose Clinic, and she did a spectacular job. And I couldn't even, don't ask me where, because it didn't hurt at all. And anyway, so that and realizing that's worked has been
Yeah, you
great.
look
for me.
great.
Well, that's very kind.
My moment of the week was we hosted a baby shower for our friend who's having a baby.
Yes.
And she is a wonder and she's doing it alone. And it was really one of life's greatest moments that I witnessed. Mum brought the cake out and suddenly you just saw an abundance of women around her.
Who loved her.
Who loved her and who
Support.
I really felt would be there
Yeah.
to support her and bring this baby up with her. It was felt like a village. Felt like the opening of a Nancy Myers movie. So that was my...
And we are getting close to delivery day.
I know, I'm her next of kin. Whoop, whoop. So let's go back though to dogs.
Dogs.
Dogs. I'm going to tell you a really bad dog story. The worst dog story I have.
But is it really a good thing to do? What's that story?
Well, I don't think my in-laws listen to this podcast, so I'm going to tell it.
No, they don't, probably.
But
I know the story.
it was COVID, and our sweet nanny drove the children to go and see my in-laws because that was one thing we were still allowed to do.
This story.
And I was working, and they just went on their own. And I'm afraid my father-in-law, who I love deeply and whose dog I love deeply, had a very old dog called
Paddy.
Paddy. But Paddy,
And what was Paddy? Was a
Terrier.
Terrier, like a
No.
yeah,
A terrier.
Jack Russell. Anyway, Paddy had sadly become deaf, just like Edie's deaf, which I think does happen. And Paddy would always, rather magnificently, just lie outside where my in-laws live on the gravel, and that was like his place, his place of honour. And then my poor nanny got in the car.
No,
The
well,
children-
actually, where Paddy had started, because it was midsummer, it was very hot, and Paddy had started to lie underneath the wheel, underneath the cars, but he was deaf, so he didn't hear. Anyway, so carry
when the
on.
engines went on. And I think my in-laws had said, by the way, Paddy has started lying under cars, but it was a new nanny. She didn't realise. Anyway, all the children are in the
not
car.
new for long.
3 of
Old
them are in the
ex-nanny.
car. And she turns the engine on and
I
she
can't even-
hears,
I don't
No,
wanna-
hang on. She reverses out.
and she hears a crunch. And she has killed my in-laws' dog. And it really,
Beloved. dog.
beloved,
Only dog.
only dog. I mean,
Yeah.
to this day, I still can't look my father-in-law in the eye about it.
But it was, to be fair, it was, they were very kind about it with our
Oh, they were so
nanny, and
kind.
because it was
They
not
were
her
sweet.
fault. It was, she didn't know.
It
and
was- couldn't
it
have
was
been more of an
genuinely
accident.
an accident.
My children were, I mean,
They did
horrified.
describe how the
I
car
can't. No,
did.
no.
Sorry.
No.
So that was my it says funny story on show notes here. I think probably less funny.
Well, I have actually a story, if you'd like me to quickly go into it, but I don't know. This is quite weird because it seems to involve also a dead dog as well. But basically, we had a Labrador when we were younger, massive dog, really, really wonderful black Labrador called Bruno. And my mother, basically, he got so old, and so he got actually poor dog in the final years of his life. He got really quite smelly, and because of that, he got very, very old. That my mum eventually had him put down, but she wanted to bury him in the garden. And so she asked the gardener, very kindly dug a grave. But the grave had to be absolutely massive because this dog was really, really big. It was basically the size of my mum. And the gardener said, would you like me to bury Bruno when he came back from the vets, sadly being put down? And Mum said, no, I'd like to do it myself. And he said, well, we've put Bruno in a wheelbarrow outside the back door. And Mum then, on her own, took Bruno in the wheelbarrow and took him down to the end of the garden and then put him next to the grave. And then, said some words. She was on her own. And she then tried to tip Bruno into the grave. Remember, this was a huge, huge animal, this big dog. And she tried, but Bruno was so big and heavy, she just couldn't do it. And this grave was massive to fit the dog in. So Mum then did something not very clever. She climbed down into this massive grave and then decided to see if she could pull Bruno into the grave. And actually, the wheelbarrow that Bruno was on suddenly flipped up. And the dog went flying, and it literally crushed my mum into the grave. And for a second,
Is she there now still?
So she was on her back,
How did
looking
she
up
get out?
with this half-ton Labrador on her. And she said she was there for quite a long time until she could wriggle free. Anyway, so she got the dog in the grave, but just...
She ended up in the grave too.
Yeah.
What's the moral of the story?
Don't dig your own dog's grave.
Well, no.
Leave it to the professionals.
Leave it to your husband.
I think
She wanted to probably
don't be alone when you maybe have more than one person. Have a spotter.
Oh.
Anyway, there we go.
So, what do you feel, Mum, about rescuing a dog?
I think it's a great thing. I have guilt about not rescuing a dog. Do you?
I'm sure you do.
I do. I really do. Yeah. I support a charity. You can do it on Amazon. And it's a pug rescue charity.
Haven't you rescued Dorothy because she was quite an angry,
one wanted
aggressive.
her.
Well, actually,
aggressive
that's the
dog.
story. So Dorothy is a miniature Dachshund, smooth head.
She hasn't
Apparently,
seen that miniature.
well, she's just looking long here because I've got it. She is miniature, and actually, Daisy, your aunt, has miniature Dachshunds. Very lovely,
But long-haired.
long head.
Less ratty.
Well, I love them, and apparently they've got different personalities: the long head, the smooth hair,
The
and
long-haired sweeter.
No, Dorothy is the sweetest dog in the whole wide world. Just to be clear. Anyway, I decided to get a Dachshund and I drove to Wales, not far from your house in Wales, Tom. Mm-hmm. Near something called the Rug something estate.
Rug.
That's it.
RHUG.
Yeah. Obviously. Rug estate. Anyway, they'd had a litter with 8 girls and there were 2 left. And so I got her for half price.
Why did you get her for half price? Because no one wanted her.
Yeah.
That's so you not to just wait and get the dog that. So
No,
do
I
you
wanted
do you
her.
think
I
that's
wanted
why
her.
she is so growly.
She's not growly. Dachshunds are growly.
Okay.
Dachshunds
I'm actually
bark.
genuinely interested.
Dachshunds are reactive. They protect their owners. And I mean,
Because she thinks that a badger is coming to get you.
she does, exactly.
She is a badger hound.
When Margot arrived as a baby, you were worried she was going to eat Margot.
I wasn't worried she was going to eat Margot.
But you were worried she was going to attack Margot.
No, I wasn't. She was just
I
going to
wouldn't
bark.
say she's like a kid-friendly dog, which is fine.
Do you remember the health visitor, Alice?
Oh yeah, if you had a health visitor come, they would be like, keep that dog away from the babies. But it is sweet because you've got this. You're quite a sweet, nice person. Then you've got this really growly dog.
You've made it sound like I'm an absolute monster in this episode.
Well, I mean, look at her legs like this. Look. Can we talk also a little bit about? I know we touched on the death of dogs. I feel that I was actually surprised. I got so much sympathy from others, and I was really intrigued by that.
When
because
Ethel
when
died?
Ethel died, I was in so much shock. And it sounds weird, but I quickly just posted it, and we did this funeral.
You had a funeral. It was terrible.
And we were all in our 90s, and it was just this most bonkers British scene.
It was Christmas Eve.
It's Christmas Eve. Tom was digging a grave. Nancy's
find a dog.
running around the
Well, the
house
problem-
finding photos to dig in the grave with her.
The problem is she had rigor mortis.
Yeah. So that means her arms are like this for people not
So
watching.
we couldn't find a small. We thought we wanted a small box because she was a small dog.
Yeah.
But then
But actually
because
she's
she
quite
was,
big.
it was terrible. It was
So,
a terrible
but it
day.
was an interesting moment though. So basically, we put some music on and we all walked outside
In
and
our dressing
gowns and boots,
We
and
had the Fairy Tale of New York by the Pogues.
and we all cried a lot.
Was it
like my
Christmas Eve or
sister
Christmas
B,
Day?
Olivia, we looked like it was Christmas Eve, like a bunch of real lunatics. And I think you read a poem.
Yeah.
And Tom, you did look quite horrified. You're not someone who's dug graves like that for dogs and had a dog funeral.
Well, as in my only experience was of my mother being crushed by a Labrador.
But what I was interested by is that when she did pass, and I shared it on Instagram, which is probably a little silly, but I actually thought to honour her, I was amazed
Really?
by the reaction of actually people who've been in a similar situation. I suppose quite rightly, I probably was the person that had lack of sympathy for others until it had happened to me.
a lesson in life.
A lesson in life. And like when, to be fair, and Daphne died, I was a bit like, come
I
on,
know
Mum.
you were. I mean, I was distraught for
You were
months.
distraught. But you have, and it replaced her quite quickly. So I
So
think,
did you. On that note,
I think that I think there's something to be said for that, and support others who've lost their dogs because it does hurt a lot. Yeah, I would say your dogs are quite badly behaved in that they drink tea out of teacups.
no, they don't.
Well, why lie when we're literally together? Like
Dorothy does not do that.
your dogs go up to
No.
mix tea.
Why, she
That's-
prefers coffee?
Dorothy doesn't do that.
But using you're better, those what I was saying, and like you feed them healthy food and you do all that. I don't with my dogs. I'm afraid.
What do they both eat?
Dorothy eats a special, or did eat a special sort of British brand of Dachshund superfood.
Wait, a dog food brand specifically for
Yes,
Dachshunds?
'cause
Does it include badger meat?
Yes, it's bit of badger. But
Really?
No, truly.
Well, it has badger in it.
No, but it's a special food. For different dogs, different needs.
I just give mine kibble,
From where?
Royal Canine,
Oh,
for small dogs. I give her
I'm not sure what I think about
50
that.
grams a day. Well, listen, I'm my dog's.
I
have
fed
lived-
her today. She had a bit more than that.
Mum, don't. Did you really?
No, I didn't give her more. I don't know how
did.
much to give her because
How much did you
I
give
don't know
her?
because I was in the. I don't know.
No
but
wonder she's so tired. I don't want to overfeed my dog like you.
Do you insure Betsy?
I do.
Do you?
Yeah,
I
really.
don't believe that.
We do.
With whom?
I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. I insure Dorothy. You don't. You do not insure. I don't believe it.
Ask somebody in the house now.
Tom, do you insure Or should we get
I
Lenk on
promise
the
after
phone?
the Blueberry Gate, we insured her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and we've moved her vets and everything.
Who do you insure with?
I don't know the name, Mum.
Oh, okay.
But
Fine.
I do insure her, and I've gone for the
Serena,
full
if this
coverage.
is some kind of scam that you're going to try and insure your own dog and then kill it and get the money, please don't
No,
do that.
guys, I really would say insure your dog because Betsy ate
I
a
do.
grape the other day. And I was told by everyone, take her to the vet. Again, Instagram's so helpful. Put it on Instagram. Everyone was saying take her to the vet. Some people were like, it's fine. Probably was fine. Honestly.
£4,000
Like
later.
a Chanel handbag later. I'm not kidding.
I know.
So it wasn't 4,000.
I use Waggle. I did lots of research.
Okay.
So should we do a few questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, from Sandra. How many dogs is too many dogs?
I think 1 dog per owner.
Serena, you have 6.
No, I don't have 6.
So it's 4.
Here's a question.
You have
Here's the
4.
answer. I think 1 dog per owner is optimum.
Serena, you have 4.
So that means I've got too many dogs.
Yep.
Wow. So yeah, because Tom's
And
not
I
an
do
owner.
too. But I'm saying
Tom, you don't own the dog.
She has 4 dogs. Why is she saying 1 and she has only...
I don't
She's
have
saying
4.
that Michael has 1, George has 1, B has 1, you have 1.
Yeah.
Are you a cat person?
Absolutely not.
Hate them.
Hate them.
Sorry.
No, I don't hate them because
quite
you
like
can't
cats.
hate an animal. But I wouldn't have a cat.
I'm surprised. Like Daisy, our friend, is so
Yeah.
beloved
No,
of
and
her
that's
cats.
not-
And
I like cats.
It's the only thing that's ever made me like try and change my mind because almost everything Daisy likes, I like. But
Cat.
yeah, I'm actually scared of them.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's when they sort of, just there
Pounce,
is
and they
No,
jump
don't
on you.
pounce. They're sort of very light footed.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. And there's a cat in our hallway in London. Do you remember? I just wouldn't go into the flat. I just go and work in the cafe
So you're
downstairs.
scared of cats?
I'm not scared. I just don't.
Like, I would
don't,
be scared if a lion came into our flat, but not a cat.
Do you know what? It's really embarrassing. I'm terrified of cats. I've just remembered when we were in the house in the Hamptons, there was that white cat. And I had to get... It just jumped wherever you were. Like I'd be making my tea next to me. And so I just left the house. Yeah, sorry, not a cat person.
Wow, you'd find safari terrifying.
I do. Do you remember the monkeys?
She would not. Don't take her on a safari.
I'm not a,
Okay, next
Anyway,
one from...
I respect people who like cats. I do. It's just something that I don't particularly do.
Next one from Laura. What's the hardest part about owning a pet that you didn't anticipate?
Not wanting to leave them. Like to go.
You didn't feel like that
she
as a
comes to the
parent.
bathroom with me. She comes everywhere. She sleeps with me. But, I don't like going away from her. I tell her every time, I'm going away. I'll be back tomorrow. 3 sleeps, 2 sleeps.
It's so funny because it's an interesting part of your character. Because I feel that the only thing stopping me having more children is Betsy, but really the idea of my grandchildren. So
Why?
because I want to those will be my next obsession, whereas your next obsession really are your dogs. Dog. Like when you say you don't want to go anywhere without her,
No, because she lives with me. I don't live with my grandchildren.
but you could.
I couldn't live with my grandchildren.
There you go. Case in point.
Jane asks, and I think I already know the answer to this, do you think that we humanize our pets too much, or is that actually a good thing?
Totally normal. Totally normal.
I'd say more than humanize, you prefer them to humans.
Definitely.
I mean, your own family.
No.
Hannah says, if your pet could talk for one day...
She does, yeah. What, do you want to know what she says?
Yeah.
Sure.
What does she say, Mum? I couldn't answer that for Betsy.
She, I love you. I love you.
Do you think?
Yes, 100%.
Did she
If
say
you had
things...
3 adjectives for Dorothy, what would they be?
Adorable, loyal.
Furious with badgers.
She's my best friend.
See what I mean? How could you say your dog's your best friend?
She's my best friend.
What about me?
You're not my friend, you're my daughter.
What 3 adjectives to describe Betsy?
It's not 3, she's just perfect.
Just perfect.
Even you like her. In bed last night, you were like, it is quite amazing how good she is.
She's wonderful.
Thank
So what's
you.
your general view on dogs, to wrap it up?
To wrap it up, have them, love them, but only have one at a time.
Yeah,
I
enjoy
think,
them.
and Oprah, I knew you had 11. Good on you.
I would say
you know.
cherish the puppy stage because as you get older, you realise how short it is.
Oh, no, I like every stage.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that the puppy stage, I literally didn't leave her, and then I think they imprint on you. You know, she's like
Oh, yeah.
quite imprinted on me.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is do what, like, get them in the cars, do all the things that you need them to do when they're puppies.
I've got one tip.
Yeah.
Brush their teeth. As soon as you get them
That's not working for her.
I know. You get a little rubber toothbrush. You can get this bone-tasting toothpaste, and you should do that. And I didn't do that. And she will not let me brush her teeth.
Serena,
And it
Betsy
smells
has
like-
very fresh breath. I'm sorry, Dorothy has really bad breath.
I thought you'd fed her like salmon last night.
Sardines.
No, be nice, please.
No,
She's
it's
got,
okay.
you know what? She's got badger breath.
She has badger breath.
She can't help it.
She
She can't help it.
No, I know. Poor Dorothy.
I'm not going to...
Anyway, we're there. It's the outro.
Over and out.
So sorry. So if you've enjoyed this, then
We're amazed.
surprised and amazed. I've been told to ask you to subscribe and rate
yes,
the podcast.
subscribe.
As someone who doesn't listen to podcasts, I don't even know what that means.
Is it subscribe and follow?
Oh, and
Or are they
follow-
the same thing?
And rate.
And
And rate.
Or just,
rate. That
or
could
just
get
let us
difficult.
know if you want to keep on going. Some of you, I'll call you out. My really sweet friend Alice King from the olden days, she just messaged me saying how much she
Really?
loved it. So did my friend Laura B. She might not want her last name. Really nice having like really old friends
I
message
agree.
and go, you're in our drawing room or you're in my kitchen while I'm baking my kids a cake or whatever it is. Now,
Baking
you know,
your
we do
kids,
have
that'd be
quite big
unusual.
news
Yes.
next week.
Oh, yeah. Big.
Huge news.
Huge.
I'm not really partaking in this, but we are talking
About
about hair.
Ooh.
the subject you've all been waiting...
It's the big one.
I mean,
I'm
it's a
going to
big one.
interview Mum though, just so
But
you know.
I don't even know that I'm that knowledgeable.
Well, I don't think you're knowledgeable on any subject, so
It's
it's
true.
fine.
I don't know what.
Yeah,
This
don't
is
let
all,
that
this is
stop you.
all getting ridiculous. Anyway, next week it's on hair.
Brilliant.
It'll be a good one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for listening.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening. Bye from the dogs. Thanks for taking part.
Bye. See Dorothy. Say bye.